3 hidden marriage killers you never knew were blocking reconciliation. Have you ever tried everything to fix your marriage, but somehow everything made it worse? One day, you're talking like best friends. Next day, you're strangers sharing Wi-Fi and awkward silence over cereal. It feels like you're trapped in a cycle that's chewing up your art and spitting out confusion. But what if I told you it's not the big things that are killing your marriage? It's the little things, the little ones, the ones hiding in plain sight, quietly choking the love, the trust, and every hope of reconciliation. My name is Ola, and this is my beautiful wife,
LOLA.
So after 11 plus years of friendship and 8 plus years of marriage, we almost gave up on each other. The pain, the distance, the constant fights, it felt like there was no way out. But through heartbreak, trial, and relentless effort, we discovered something unique. In 2018, we launched LOLA.com. I co-authored our book, Get My Marriage Back, which you can access for free by clicking the button around this video or the link in the description, or going to www.getmymarriageback.com. Let's talk about 3 hidden marriage killers you never knew were blocking reconciliation, and what you can do to take your love story off life support and back into full revival mode. Hidden killer number 1.
Resentment. Let me tell you a story. There was a couple we held. She had been hurt badly by his betrayal. They decided to work on it. They started talking more. They even went on date nights again. But every few weeks, she would explode out of nowhere. Little things would trigger massive fights. One night she cried and said, "I don't even know why I'm mad. I want to move on, but I can't stop feeling this pit in my stomach every time I look at him." That pit, it was resentment. See, most people think letting go means saying it's okay, but it's not. Letting go is not about pretending nothing happened. It's about giving yourself permission to heal, even if the other person doesn't deserve it. Because here's the twist no one talks about. Resentment punishes you, not them. It builds a prison inside of your chest while they are out there walking free. And I know what you might be thinking. How do I let go when I'm still hurt? That's the exact trap resentment sets. It convinces you that holding on protects you, but healing doesn't come from holding on tighter. It comes from surrendering the need to control the past. Well, what if they don't change? That's fair.
Fair.
It's fair. But here's what we've seen time after time. Again, when one person starts letting go of resentment, even silently, it creates space for change to actually happen.
Stop.
People don't feel safe to change when they feel forever condemned. Letting go isn't weakness, it is courage. Before we move on to the second hidden killer, don't forget, you can download our book, Get My Marriage Back, for free. The link is in the description around the video, or just go to www.getmymarriageback.com. Now let's talk about the second hidden killer.
Lack of accountability. This one stings a bit. We had a man come to us desperate to get his wife back. He had a lot going on, but he had done some damages, no doubt. But every sentence started with, "Yeah, but she..." He would say things like, "I apologized, but she needs to meet me halfway." And here's the thing. We agreed that both people need to come to the table, but not at the same time. It's not realistic, right? That's not how healing works. It's not some kind of synchronized swimming. It's surgery. And in surgery, the wound gets cleaned before it can close. There was a moment I'll never forget. Lola looked at him straight in the eyes and said, "You want her to trust your words, but you've never shown her she can trust your mirror." He was like, "My mirror?" She said, "Yeah, the one you avoid looking into when you're too busy pointing fingers." He got quiet because accountability isn't about beating yourself up. It's about growing the muscle that says, "I could have handled that better." You don't lose power when you own your part. In fact, you gain respect. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but if I admit I messed up, will they just use it against me? That's the external fear that keeps people stuck in limbo. But in reality, most partners are waiting for you to just own it. Even if they're angry, okay, even if they don't show it, there's something magnetic about humility. It doesn't mean taking all the blame. It just means going first in the apology. And 9 out of 10 times, the other person follows. But someone has to go first. You get me? Someone has to start the process. It might as well be you. Before we get into the third and most silent marriage killer, do us a quick favor. Hit like, share this with someone who needs it, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. All right, marriage killer number 3.
Rebuilding on the same broken foundation. I will never forget what this one man said in our DM. He said, "We've been back together for 2 months, but it feels like we are tiptoeing around landmines." He was exhausted, but so was she. They had gone to therapy, they read all the books, they said all the right words, but nothing felt different because they were trying to rebuild on top of ashes. They were trying to resume the old marriage instead of building a new one. You can't revive what's dead, okay, by pretending it never died. The most dangerous belief you can have when reconciling is, "Let's just go back to how things were." No, it will never work. That version of your marriage, I hate to say it, is over. And honestly, that's good news, because now you get to start fresh with lessons, with boundaries, with clarity. And here's what blocks people. They say, "We've been together for so long, I don't want to throw it all away." We get it. Of course we do. But building something new doesn't erase the history. It honors it. It says we are willing to learn, to grow, to not just survive this, but to transform through it. It's not about pressing rewind. It's about pressing reset. It's about sitting down and saying, what do we both need this time around? Not just what you want, but what you need. You can't use the same blueprint and expect a different house. And if you're afraid they won't go along with a new structure, don't panic. Don't. Most people resist change because they are afraid it means more pain.
Right.
But once they see consistency, safety, and actual emotional leadership from you, the game changes. You become a safe place again. Not perfect, but real. Now, if any of this video hits home, if you found yourself nodding or tearing up or even just thinking, "Dang, that's us," then don't wait another second.
Go download Get My Marriage Back and the second book, number 1 red flag. You download it. It's helped countless people engage peace direction when love seems like it's a battlefield. So you can get it at www.getmymarriageback.com. The link is in the description or around this video. This journey doesn't have to be lonely. You're not broken. You're just in the middle of a story worth telling. Resentment doesn't have to be your normal. Blame doesn't have to be your language. And that old shaky foundation, it doesn't have to be your future. you can break the cycle. You can start again.
Yeah.
And you can do it without begging, manipulating, or losing yourself. All you have to do is just start. Before we close this out, go ahead and tap that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And now, we want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 3 hidden killers showed up the most in your relationship or marriage? Or is there one we missed? Let us know in the comments. Let's talk about it. We'll be back.